maybe just put something in the chat that you're excited about right now. Just throw something in the chat. What are you excited about? Is it your personal health? Is it the people that you're getting started on this program with you? Is it, the holidays, but also being able to demonstrate health as a leader and just be that billboard. So I'm excited to be with you guys. I'm trying to give it another minute here. I know there's people that were still trying to hop over from the previous call. But I'm really excited tonight. We're really going to talk about staying strong through December and what that kind of looks like. And I know a lot of times when we have speakers come off mute and they share with us, it's usually people that are, they've been here for a while or they're executive director and above and stuff like that. I want you guys to hear from some newbies. And the reason being is because these girls are on fire. So I'm so excited to introduce them in just a little bit here. But they've been on fire, and sometimes it's so humbling and it's so amazing to go back to basics because you know how with coaching we kind of have this second language where we know what FIBC means, but brand new coaches won't know what that means, or just all of those types of things. We have this other second language. So, hearing from some new people, it kind of helps to refresh our memory because some of these things that we just kind of do, we don't really think much about them because it's just, second nature now. It's just, we've kind of become numb to some of that stuff. So I'm excited for you guys to hear from them. So, as far as December and going strong through December goes, I really want to focus tonight on what authentic relationships and connections actually look like. And real quick, guys, I always forget this part. I'm Desiree Gomez DeBay, just for those of you that don't know who I am. But I'm really excited to be here tonight. So, for the relationships, you guys, we hear authentic connections, we hear cultivate trust, we hear all these things on the trainings, but what do those things actually mean, right? Is it just kind of blasting out a message that says, hey, do you know anybody that wants to do my program? That's not quite, a genuine connection. That's not cultivating trust. What cultivates trust is really just massaging relationships, asking people how they're doing, how are their holidays going? It's the perfect time to start those conversations. Do you have fun plans for the upcoming holiday? And this is just a side note. I try to be careful about not just saying Christmas. Do you have plans for Christmas? Because many people celebrate different holidays, so I just call it the holiday season. Just a side note. But what does that actually look like? What kind of conversations are we really starting, and how do we really start to plant those seeds overall? And how do we not get discouraged? Right? Let's be honest. Some people might be feeling a little bit discouraged right now, and it's all a numbers game. I know we hear that. We don't like to look at people as numbers, but at the end of the day, starting clients is the numbers, right? So it's all a numbers game. The more people we talk to, the more people we're going to find that are actually looking for us. So I just kind of want to move out of the way, get us, rocking and rolling early. I want to hear from Colleen T-Catch. Colleen's absolutely amazing. I'll let her share some of her story with you, but she ranked up last month, you guys. Some of you may have already heard her speak, but I want you guys to hear from her again just because she's on fire right now, even through this season. So Colleen, please come off mute and just kind of give us your tips and tricks and inspire us. What are you doing to stay so consistent in your business?
Hi, everybody. Tonight I just want to talk about mindset and building a foundation from scratch. Basically, it's been about 2.5, almost 3 months for me. So at first I was super overwhelmed and I had no idea what I was doing. Plus I was just starting on the program too. So um, yeah, that was kind of hard. But then I had to sit and think back, like remembering my why and why I wanted to really do this. And just creating a calm and productive mindset so I could, focus a little bit better. So, how my mindset is now working, I know that this is not something that's going to give me instant gratification. So I'm not, overwhelmed and stressed out about that. It does take work to build any business. So, especially with this one, getting people to know you. You want them to feel comfortable with you. You want them to trust you. Getting the word out about what you're doing, not giving up no matter what is going on, knowing that there is a solution to every problem or obstacle that I've gone through. Just having to stay calm and not react on emotion, figure it out how to, just figuring out how to get through those obstacles and just keep it moving, basically, is how I try to think of things. Um, if you if you try to get over these obstacles and do the work without giving up, your business is going to grow. You have to be super patient and super consistent. I've noticed that when I'm consistent, things start getting better. Um, Businesses also have slow periods, they have steady periods, they have, super busy periods. So I don't know what those look like yet because I've only been coaching a couple months. So just still learning about that. And I know as I gain experience on how to plan and strategize for those fluctuations, then things will get better. I won't always get the responses and outcomes from these people that I'm talking to. They are strangers. Um, and also even my friends and family that, we take those more personal than we do with strangers, I guess. So I just have to know that that's out of my control how they're going to react to me. But what is under my control is me being consistent with what I promise, like I said, not taking things personally and focused on those that are working with me and others that might come later or maybe not. But I just figure that, that's okay. If they don't want to, then they don't want to, but maybe they'll come later. So there's more people out there that I haven't found yet, that haven't found me yet, that still need help. So I just have to kind of focus on more people that are going to be out there. I do want this to be a long-term thing. So building a foundation is important to have that. So I had to build my foundation from scratch. So I had to figure out something. I had to put a lot of planning and thought into it since I had no social media. And so first I needed an audience, which I had none. So I focused on gaining that. Once I felt comfortable and I had, I have almost, I think 1,200 people now. So, now that I've kind of mastered that part, I had to learn how to go through the accounts that were not legit, those fake ones, all the spammers, and I wanted to create quality and not just quantity on my account. So that's still a work in progress. But then I started to try and figure out how to create interactive posts to be able to have that authentic, connection with all of these people. Like I want to gain the trust. I want to make them more comfortable getting my name out there. So they're just, they kind of know who I am. I don't want to be that one, those one of many salespeople that you see on Facebook. I'm sure you guys all get those, 30 messages a day that are kind of annoying to me. So I don't want to be that annoying person. And I want to be someone that people look for to gain that help from, not just sending, 50 messages a day saying the same thing. Like I want to be able to connect with them. So far I've created posts that have to do with, wellness, self-care, different health things, healthy recipes. I like to post a lot of my recipes, or just asking some simple random questions that, just to get some kind of reaction, or just regular stuff in my life. In between that, I'll post comments about myself and my own health journey that I'm doing right now. In between that, I'll post my client celebrations and also other client transformations, mentioning the word program and how I can help coach others. So it's kind of like a variety of, just different things. And so far, since I started doing that, I've received a lot of good responses with people now becoming active and engaging on my account. And so my next steps, like I still want to continue to do that. And maybe I'm still trying to figure out not figure out, but forcing myself to do a live. I haven't done a live yet. So I do want to do that. But my next steps are to build off of all of that and maybe do some like local meetups, free workshops, some fun challenges, things like that. So it might be more fun. I do this because I feel like I'll get better responses when I do reach out to people to about their health goals, creating, a better environment for the assessment calls, not only for the possible client, but for me as well. I think it'll be easier for me to talk to somebody if it's, more comfortable in that sense. once I have that foundation that I can continue to build on, I know that I'll just continue to progress and grow from there. So that's where I'm at now so far. So good.
That's awesome. Colleen, thank you so much for sharing. Did you guys hear that? She started with no social media, with nothing, from scratch, zip. So having to create that audience and, really taking that to heart too, not just adding people and leaving them there, but starting conversations, authentic conversations. And the interactive posts, you guys, it's awesome. We had a friend and a fellow coach one time who posted peanut butter or jelly and literally got over 300 comments. So I'm telling you, those interactive posts that you're creating that have nothing to do with health, because we don't want to be program, like all salesy, right? We don't want to look like some weird infomercial. We want to connect with people. But also, I heard something that really stood out to me. I don't know if anyone else caught this, but Colleen said, I want to be able to connect with people. I want to be able to connect with them, not just blast out messages. She has to want to, right? We have to want to do it. We can't just be going through motions, sending out the blast messages. Okay, I did my 10 for the day. That's not going to get us anywhere. It's really starting those conversations, asking people questions, being truly interested. We've all heard we got to be interested, not interesting, right? So, what does that truly mean? Really caring about their responses, really wanting to know more, really asking about their family life or where that vacation was and what was their favorite part, and do they have recommendations if we ever end up going on that same vacation, right? So I love that. And then also, of course, being social beyond social media. Of course, we have this awesome platform here. We have multiple platforms in social media where we can start conversations behind a screen. But what about outside of that? We talked about earlier on a leadership call what we can create as coaches in our community. Fun stuff like, having things like at an escape room where it's team building, right? Going on hikes. I like the idea of a family dinner, right? Maybe a Sunday fun day family dinner where the coaching community is involved. Even if you don't have a team yet, though, you guys, you can still create that as a leader yourself. You can still invite clients. You can still invite friends, pre-clients, people that don't even know that they're looking for this quite yet. But it's all about those authentic connections. I'm going to tell you guys a secret. You guys, some of you might have heard me say this before. The best way to stop feeling like you're trying to get people is to literally just stop trying to get people. Just talk to people. Just have conversations. Make yourself popular. Get in different groups. Even if it's something that is not an active current hobby, it could be something that maybe you've always been interested but a little bit nervous to try out because it's new. Like I said, hiking, that wasn't something I've always had a love for. It came later. But starting a group for something like that, joining a group that already exists, be leaders, you guys. You guys all have that in you. I want to hear from Melissa. Melissa, you've been on fire too, and I just can't wait to hear from you because you always have such great things to say. You've stayed encouraged this entire time, feeling like, okay, I'm planting all these seeds, but I know it's going to come. I know I just got to stay. So kind of give some of that to us too.
Oh gosh, I don't know how to follow either one of you because you guys are such great speakers. And Colleen had notes and everything. I'm just gonna wing it. So, hi to all of you. I'm Melissa. I guess I will just talk about. Okay, so first of all, I don't know to any of you who didn't get to go to the holiday party, but definitely tried to attend next year. I have only been coaching for maybe like 3 months now. It was so awesome. Desiree wasn't there, so I was kind of like scared, but Justin brought me to a table. I knew everyone there that was at the table. But on top of that, you really do see this community because there are people that I'd never met before, seen before, even talked to yet, and they had come up to me, telling me that they had, seen my post, stuff like that. But it was really what really made this. I feel like just the community alone is why I am striving so much to really just be so active in it, because every time any of you guys speak, it's something new that triggers in my brain that I wouldn't have thought of, or, oh, that's a good idea. So, these trainings and these meetings is something like when your coaches tell you, join them and be on them, because it really is something that nurtures you to build your business and teaches you how to approach people differently. It gets you out of your comfortable shell. Like, Colleen, do that live, girlfriend. Like, just don't even think about it. Just do it and I'll do it with you. But it was kind of cool at the holiday party. sorry, I'm on my cell phone. There was people that are pretty high up in the company that were talking to me and just genuinely like wanting to see me succeed and telling me, good ideas. So one of the ones that they talked to me about, and I kind of just started to do this last week, is, you know, you are adding all those people, so it is really important to do the lives, because when you're adding new people and they don't know you yet and they're just seeing you post transformational pictures, they don't really know who you are. So I make it a point every day to, on top of posting, well, not every day, but I try to get on there and at least talk to them face to face. And I say, okay, like, I know I've got a lot of new friends now. I'm Lissa, I'm a mom of 3. I'm passionate about this, this, and this. And then I kind of just go into a little spiel. And then at least once a week, I'm trying to do a live, and really try to tell them that, we're not trying to get them. Like, this is a genuine program with a community and a whole mindset change. And, we're there with you every step of the way. And I kind of just break things down without giving away too much, but I let them know that it's not just like something that they get sent and that's it, trying to make it more personable to where I am building those relationships that way. And then now I slowed down for Christmas right now because I feel like everybody is just so focused on Christmas gifts and stuff like that. I'm still posting, still showing people what I'm all about. But in my messages now, and it's really true that they say, listen to your coach, let your coach kind of be your guide. If you listen to them, they are going to guide you in the right direction. It's all about not pushing away the advice that they're giving you. Every time Desiree sends something or post something or whatever, I take it, I use it, and I run with it, and you tweak it. It's not like just verbatim. You tweak it to you. So people that have been following you for many years, they know that you're genuine. And then all of your new people, they see what you're posting in between my transformational post or my little lives or nutritional stuff that I post. And I'm such a food addict. So I do post food as well. But a good tip that Desiree said earlier today was, don't give away the recipe. And I would have never thought about that. And that's why I like going to all these team trainings, because people are going to ask you, hey, what's that recipe? And then that's a way to start conversation as well. But in between those, I post my life. I post something that I'm doing. I post me being like just really stupid and silly, because that's me. I'm really freaking weird, and you'll get to know that about me. But or I'll post my kids. I post life in between those transformational posts and stuff like that. But instead of sending out people all these messages, now I'll kind of throw them into new people here and there. But now I'm doing what Desiree says, and I'm making sure the first thing in the morning I'm going and seeing whose birthday it is, and I'm telling them happy birthday. Any special plans if they respond and they're like, oh, you're so sweet, blah blah, and I'm getting in their, what did you call it, Desiree? Algorithm or whatever. And then there's a ton of Christmas photos right now. Everyone's posting pictures of their family, and I'm like, oh my God, that's such a cute picture. Or I'll send them a message, a personal message that way. And I'm like, oh my God, your family pictures are so cute. Or looks like you had a blast this weekend. So I'm just kind of switching it up. Just a ton of good advice. Like, really reach out to the people that have been doing this for a few years. Because not only just your coach, but they have different ways that they've been so successful in this company as well. So I really just kind of try to follow all of them now and take little tidbits of what they have posted on their page and just really try to learn. And I am just staying positive and confident because I really want to do so well in this business, and not only just to show people that like I can do this, but just to be able to build your own company and everything, and help people. Like, I genuinely, to those who have known me, like, I love nutrition, I love food, I love working out, like that's my passion. So but Colleen had mentioned earlier too, she started posting, she has a personal journal, I think it was like for her writing and stuff like that, and she was able to connect with people on a whole nother level with posting, oh, this is my, look at this cool book or whatever, something that she's writing in. So now she started up those conversations. So just, I think, finding your own interest and kind of posting about it, and maybe posting things that they can intertwine those genuine conversations. So other than that, join the meetings, and I don't know, but I love you guys, and that's all I have.
Thank you, Melissa. We appreciate you giving that to us. So, yeah, guys, I mean, it really does come down to be a relational person, right? Somebody that people can relate to. So we don't want to just have our social medias flooded with before and afters and everything health. We want people to say, you know what? I have a lot in common with this person, or I have something in common with this person, and they're always on my newsfeed because we're so active, right? We're consistent with our posting, and that's what they can relate to. That's what they end up liking is you. Okay. Once they trust you, they trust your program, they trust your intentions, and they know you're not just trying to get them. And you know, we've heard it before, you guys. We're not just trying to get people. We're trying to get people, and we're trying to get people. So definitely use that and do in-person stuff, coffee dates, learn something new about your active clients. Every week, we should not just be asking them about their lean and greens or their feelings or how many pounds they lost. Ask them about their life. Like, how's the family doing? You know, is this affecting anybody else in your circle? And oh my gosh, that's awesome. And really learn something about their hobbies. Get them excited about community events that you can invite them to. On a whim, just ask people to coffee if they're local to you. They love that stuff. They would love to know you and make new friends. Let's be honest. It's not easy to make new friends until we find something like this. We're all friends because we get to go to events together, but how many of us were nervous the first couple of times going to an event? I mean, I was one of them. It may be hard to believe now because I can talk, but I didn't used to be like that. Justin makes fun of me still to this day because I used to go in places indoors with sunglasses on because I was so closed off. And, you know, I had trouble with my social skills. So making new friends, being warm, you know, with people, they love that. So, yeah, guys. Emily, I know you wanted to share a couple of things. Would you mind, my friend?
I didn't know you were like that. You learn something new every day. Desiree doesn't strike me as the unsociable type, so you learned something tonight, guys. I just wanted to offer a couple things in line with, because my big goal this month is just like getting back in relationship with people. And so every week I've had 2 coffee dates or lunch dates, like Desiree was talking about, either with clients or potential coaches. So that's been part of my like focus is in-person meetups, which is very exciting again. And then I just want to, I always say, if you're out in public, I feel like because it's been so long since I've been out in public, just because we were locked down for what feels like 10 years, I'm like so excited to be around people. But I would just recommend phones down. When you're out in public, phones down, eyes up. Like, look for an opportunity to talk to people. It's so easy to get lost in taking pictures. Like the person I had a coffee date with the other day, we were laughing because we're actually friends from Instagram that had never met in real life, but we've been friends for years. And we laughed because we didn't take a single picture the whole time that we were hanging out. And I was like, oh, like I took a picture of the building on the outside because that was the only way I could document like our little coffee date. And we were laughing about that's what happens when you're having a good time. But like, so I know we're always like post on social media, but like, please be in the moment too. Put your damn phone down, put it on silent, really be in the moment. And then one last thing, for those of you that maybe have been around a while, I like to go old school. I like writing cards. So buy some cheap Christmas cards and send cards to old clients. Not that it's not good to send them to current clients too, but I like to send them to old clients and just say, hi, I'm thinking about you. And, you know, if you're open to maybe giving them, if you want to come back, $25 off for the new year, something. But I think it's really nice to get a card in the mail. I know maybe I'm just showing my age. I'm 42 and I like cards, but I think it's really special to get mail and to get a personal note from someone just saying they've been thinking about you. So just some non-social media ways to connect. I just wanted to share. That's it. Thanks, Desiree. And for the 2 people who shared good stuff.
No, thank you, Emily. And that's so true too, because it's so much different to even get a phone call nowadays, right? Heaven forbid someone just FaceTime you out of the blue. You don't want to answer. You think it's a butt dial. So, you know, getting an actual handwritten card is amazing compared to a text message. I promise you that. And for those of you that are using your phones and, you know, do like to kind of go that route, maybe take it up a notch and do a video message instead, right? Kind of make it more fun than just a text message for them to read, but definitely getting people in person. You guys, it goes a very long way. Something I've noticed is that when you take the time, yes, it may take more time, by the way. It might be 2 hours of a coffee date instead of just a 30-minute health assessment, right? But when you take that time and you can actually be human with people and be goofy and have fun with it, try not to be so super serious, you guys. Justin had to tell me one time, Desiree, stop showing up looking like you're going to sell a house today, because I come from a real estate background. Have fun with it. Let them see that we're human. We have fun with this. It's more relaxed, but of course, stay professional. They not only end up becoming a client, they usually end up becoming a coach too. I promise you guys that, because they trust you. You spent time with them. They're getting to know you. They want to be friends with you. I promise you, they want to be friends with you. You bring them to an event where there's more people like you that are inspiring and happy and, willing to invite them and whoever they want into their circle. I mean, it's gold. People want that. I think Melissa said it earlier, like the community has been life-changing in itself. I mean, for me personally too, I love hanging out with you guys. I love going places. Super bummed to miss the Christmas party, because those things are so super important. Getting to have those conversations. Do the same thing with your clients. Do the same thing with your pre-clients. Just get to know people. Make yourself popular. I hope this call was helpful. I hope everyone is inspired by what you heard today and just kind of going back to some of the basics. But you guys, don't give up. Dig in deeper, go harder, plant more seeds. Right when you feel like, oh, you know what, nobody's coming, they are coming. Okay, the question is, will you still be here? I hope you guys have a good night.